to day 2 of Christmas with the Millen Gordons, and it is night time when I am starting vlogging. I had a question on my most recent video, I think, and it was why is it so dark all the time in your vlogs at the moment? I don't know if this needs explaining, but we are in now about sort of moving into the depths of winter, and there is a very, very small window of daylight, and if that day happens to be quite overcast or it's just a particularly bad weather day, it is even dark throughout the day. I like to think of these months as like hibernating months. So I spend a lot of time enjoying as much as possible things that you can only do during the darker months. I look for the things that I enjoy, like those lights twinkling behind us. Like that to me is something that you only really get to enjoy at this time of year. So that's like one of those small things that I go, I love that about this time of year, that everything seems a little bit sparkly. And this is very much what I refer to as sparkle season. It feels like life sparkles at this time of year. And so I fully lean into all of the sparkle. I actually had my nails redone yesterday. I used the Dior Lumiere nail polish, and I have to say, as much as I love everything Dior, it was quite dull for a sparkly polish. And I now have fizz from the gel bottle. This is what I had last year. I have it over like a clear polish, and it just gives a really subtle touch to sparkle. Like even now, it's not too in your face, but every so often it just sort of catches the light, and it's like a bit of an elegant nail polish that I love. So that's what I've done. But that's what I mean, everything just feels like it sparkles a little bit more, and I'm leaning into the sparkle. I've got a little bit more of my sparkle on today. I've got my necklace. This is actually from Rosie Fortescue's brand, and this is like her tennis necklace, and she does it in the gold, like the gold colored metal. This is more of like a sort of, I'd say it's like a fashion jewelry, but so good. I literally put this on the moment that I got it, and I actually haven't shown you when I went away with Porsche yet. I vlogged it all, and so I am going to show you it in this video. I'm going to like slot it in somewhere so that you can go on a little festive staycay with me in the countryside, because it was a really wonderful trip. And this was when Rosie gave me this necklace, and honestly it was a dream come true. It's so perfect, and it just sparkles, and these are the things that I lean into a little bit more at this time of year. I'll always share the little sparkles that I find at this time of year. I think the cool kids call them glimmers, but for me it's sparkle season through and through. Speaking of sparkling, it is also my best friend's birthday tomorrow, and her presents arrived today, so I need to wrap those. I'm not actually seeing her tomorrow. We've been able to fit in a birthday trip to London together. We've managed to book in at the Royal Albert Hall for a carol service as well. We've got a box, and we're just gonna enjoy ourselves. It's sort of like an afternoon thing, so it'll be really lovely. And so I'm gonna see her then and give her gifts then. Although, am I gonna make her carry this stuff around London? Probably not. I need to speak to her about what we're going to do with her gifts. So I need to get those wrapped with you, and I need to show you them. Some of them are funny gifts, and one of them is, I bought her a handbag this year. The handbag that she wanted it, she picked it. I said to her, when I bought her Veronica, you'll know I got her a red Gucci bag a few years ago. And when I tell you that that gift brought me as much joy as it brought her, like she has worn Veronica until she's threadbare now. Veronica's like piping is coming out. And to see someone love and wear something as much as that you bought them is a gift that keeps on giving. And so I said to her, I was like, obviously I know you love Veronica, but like, is there another bag that you would like? Because I know that she would never buy herself something like this. Like, she's just not that way inclined, but she loves those things when they sort of come to fruition, if that makes sense. So I said to her, I was like, do you want a bag this year? And I managed to get her the bag that she wanted, so we need to wrap that. And then I got her some funny things, which I think, you know, well, I will say now, if you don't have a sense of humor, and if your humor isn't in the gutter / in the toilet like mine and Carrie's, you might not want to watch that bit. But I think it's very funny. But then we are Carol and Linda when we're together, and our humour is questionable at times. So this is basically a little bit of like prep before Carrie's birthday on Thursday. I have taken the last few days to recuperate. This, honestly, if you don't get this illness, you're so lucky. It has been unbelievable. Ali's still had it, and it's like 3 weeks since he got ill. I'm getting over it quicker than he is, and I don't know whether that is because I was really, you know, putting in the nutrients and putting in the goodness. So I'm very, very happy to say that I am now finally feeling like I can get on with my life. There are still little elements and little bits that let me know that I've been ill, so pardon my nasaliness, but finally, I had to like cancel plans. It's ridiculous. I've been so frustrated by this, but it's that time of the year and we're on the mend, so that's all that matters. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed the intro. My goodness me, it was a really lovely experience this year. We didn't overcomplicate things. We kept it quite simple and true to our story. Sometimes we change bits up, sometimes we don't. It's one of those things that we just see kind of how things unfold. It's something that we always want to enjoy. This isn't supposed to be a stressful time of year for us at all. We've really worked to try and enjoy this time of year because we both love it so much. We got married at this time of year for that exact reason. And so it was nice for us to just put that out there and for you guys to enjoy it in that way. It warms our heart. I don't know how many more of these we've got in us. It is getting a little bit like the battle of the, what's it called, of the like Christmas adverts, like John Lewis, Marks and Spencer's. And you know what I'm like, whenever anything gets like that, it kind of zaps the fun out of things a little bit for me. So I don't know how many of these we've got, I've got to be honest. But we shall see, never say never. But I did put up a question box on my Instagram about basically what you want to see this year and bits and pieces that you want to see. And I really want to try and pack full, useful bits and bobs into my videos, as well as showing you Christmassy things. So I will work my way through that, as well as questions. There were a few questions, so I'll try and answer questions in the videos as well. What I wanted to do in this video was do a little bit of a like Lydia Millen-esque gift guide, and I have shied away from these over the years. One year, many moons ago, I did a gift guide called How to Nail Christmas. And when I shared that, that was very much like a, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? Like, how to nail Christmas, in my opinion. Otherwise known as, this is my Christmas list, if you wanted to know what I wanted. And I remember getting quite a lot of backlash for that video. I think we've moved on, and we're now in a space where people talk about things, and we can have a discussion about these things, and people know that that's just someone else's opinion. But I had a few little thoughts about Christmas gifts this year, and hopefully I can help you, you know, rummage through and tick some people off your list. Because one of the things that I've got that honestly I love, the moment that I opened it, oh, it was absolute perfection. So this was actually, and this is usually something I would leave under the tree. I didn't know it was a Christmas gift. So I would have left this to open on Christmas Day had I had known Tusting. But Tusting sent me this notebook. So this is basically it's a leather cover for a notebook. And this is the exact shade of Rouge H from Hermes. So when it goes in my little handbag, hold on, let me show you. First of all, if you're a Birkin 25 lover like me, it fits beautifully, but it's also exactly the same color. So honestly, I love this kind of stuff so much. So I'm gonna move around because I'm like out of the frame. I love this kind of thing so much, when all of like your little accessories and bits and bobs and knickknacks that you use on a day-to-day basis are streamlined. And what I love is that you can replace this. So this is literally just a lined notebook, and I have already started using this. I've been noting down ideas, jotting down plans for next year, intentions already. Like, this is not something that I ever leave to like the last minute. This is something that I think about mostly throughout December, really sort of think about what type of content I want to put out in the year coming ahead, what type of person I want to be. Like, the type of person that I am is not something that just like happens. This is something that I think about a lot. I know the type of life that I want. I know the type of life that I want to live. And I write these things down because I need to know how to get to that point. It's not, life isn't just gonna happen and fall in my lap. I have to consistently take steps towards the life that I want. And so having things noted down in a notebook like this is super helpful. And this is actually probably my favorite way to jot things down, even over a diary, because it's just lined paper. So I can just be like, I've got an idea, turn to a page and just start scribbling, and things just come to life. Obviously, you then replace it when the notebook is filled or full. I'm guessing that you can get this from Tusting as well. But what I love about this is a local business. Tusting is literally from the next county, and they do such beautiful handbags and such beautiful accessories. And it's even come monogrammed. They gave one to Ali as well, but this color, when I tell you, it is, do you know what? It doesn't look like the same color on camera, but it actually is. I think it's the color of I think it's the type of leather. This is more of like a shiny leather, but it is the exact color of Rouge H when you like pop it in there. Anyway, I thought that was such a beautiful gift. And I always say with these things, if it's a big gift, it can be a big gift for you. It might be a stocking filler for someone else. It might be a pre-Christmas gift or a New Year's Eve gift for someone else. I'm just suggesting things that I think are lovely, basically. The other thing, kind of going hand in hand with that book, I love considered beautiful knickknacks, like I said. There's something about me seeing someone, whether they're sat in a cafe or a restaurant or something like that, and them getting out a really beautiful notepad and a really beautiful pen and like just taking notes. When I see someone that's got like a beautiful pen, I really admire that. It's a lovely touch. And you don't have to break the bank to have a lovely pen, by the way. There are the Cartier pens of the world. I have a Cartier pen, which is a lovely gift from my husband. But there are also really lovely looking pens that you can just get off of places like Amazon. I think this is one that I picked up on my travels, but I actually just stocked up because this pen has died today. I actually just stocked up on some really lovely pens from Amazon that are like little burgundy ones and gold and burgundy to match this. Again, just a nice touch to have a good pen in your bag at all times. I always feel super helpful when I've got a pen as well. I'll pop a picture of the one and I'll link it down below that I was thinking of for that. But you can get Aspinall pens. Ali has a ridiculously beautiful pen. It was the collaboration between Montblanc and Purdy, and it's like a hand carved wooden pen, and I got him the pen stand as well from Purdy. It is so beautiful. It is eye-wateringly expensive. It was a very special gift that we picked up on one of our Christmas trips to London, but it is exquisite. So you can find a beautiful pen to fit your budget, if that's something that you would like, or if you know someone that would like it. Seeing as I'm here and I'm sparkling, for me, sparkle season is about sparkles. Okay, that is one of the things that I would say. And you don't have to buy real sparkles. There are now a breadth of sparkles that you can go for in this world. I think that, first of all, you don't have to buy real diamonds. These are not real diamonds, and these are. So these are my Boodles earrings that I got for Christmas one year. That I had wanted these for such a long time, and they are just so beautiful, the way they wrap around the ear. And I love jewelry that marks years and special occasions and celebrations, so that when you wear it, it feels like a real nod to that achievement or that time of year. So jewelry for me is something that I love. It doesn't have to be super expensive as well. It's more about the beauty of the piece, I would say. You can get jewelry secondhand. I've bought some jewelry recently that I told you about that was in a charity auction, which was just like the best way to buy jewelry if you can. Go to like luxury charity auctions. Such a good way to buy things. There's also, are they like, do you call them man-made diamonds? But those are also options as well, and the price is usually a little bit less. And And then there are like cubic zirconias that aren't diamonds but still sparkle. You can do whatever you want for your price point. For me, I love diamonds. I love jewelry at this time of year, and I definitely think that when Ali and I go down to London, I will be hunting for some sparkles for this year's Christmas present as well, despite him already having got me another Christmas present. But yes, I love sparkles at this time of year. I think they're really special. I think I get that from my grandma. My grandma was always a sparkly person, and yeah, you can always go for pearls as well. I got some vintage pearls one year, and I think that's a great way to buy pearls, as well as there's so many different breadths and quality of pearls as well. So I just think a nice pair of earrings, a classic pearl necklace or bracelet, a brooch, a ring. Girls, thank me later. I really hope you're sat watching this with your husbands. If you are, husbands, take note, okay? She's gonna say she doesn't want it, but trust me, I know she does. One thing that I really like to buy people, and often I buy it for them and it's something that they maybe activate a little bit later, but one year I bought my brother an Audible subscription. If you don't know, Audible is it's like a place where you can have books read to you. It's like story time. It's fantastic. I don't use it like story time though. I use it to read all of the books that I probably don't have the patience to sit down and read in book form. My mind wanders. I really need something to grip me and keep me engaged in terms of like page turning. And so Audible is for my self-development, my learn. It's the ice machine, my loves. It's the ice machine, which is also a good Christmas present, by the way. Yes, so I thought that, and this was one year I bought this for my brother, and my brother listened to some books that changed his life. I have also bought Audible subscriptions for my friend Alex, who is currently in the process of changing her life, which I am like, just love. And I think if someone is on a self-discovery, self-exploration, learning journey, buying someone an Audible subscription or buying them a Kindle if they do like to sit down and read is a great one. I've always been a girl that's like, I love to read physical books, but I have to say that I think that I'm going to be making the jump to a Kindle very, very soon, just because of the type of life that I lead and the convenience of always having the books with you, that kind of thing. So I would say that that is a really great either stocking filler, whatever your budgets, you can have a stocking filler or you can have that as a main present. If there is a gift that you want to keep on giving after Christmas, that is one of them. Learning, growing, it's just fantastic. Now, I am not going to deny myself of the things that I would really like for Christmas, just because they're not for everyone. So if you don't like people talking about more expensive Christmas gifts at this time, I know it can be very confronting. Not everyone is in the same boat. If you don't like that, I would skip past this bit. For me, there are some bougie Christmas presents that I think are really wonderful. First of all, buy me a handbag. No, I do. I think that I love a handbag at Christmas. Handbags for me have been my little sort of like silly little passion that I've had for years and years and years. When I was at university, I dreamed of owning a designer handbag, and I had 3 jobs and I worked my tush off, and I bought a few Mulberry bags whilst I was at university, and I have been a handbag addict ever since. And that has gone in waves over the years. I've had very, very large collections, and now I have a very, very edited collection. And so getting a handbag is not something I do all the time like I used to. And so I definitely wanted a particular handbag this Christmas. And it is a vintage bag, which I personally think is like a double whammy of like goodness. I love it when I get to give something a home that maybe someone else didn't want. And this bag is honestly exquisite, and it's vintage, which I love. So it's just a gorgeous little gift that I think if you have a person in your life that loves a good handbag, and we've bought quite a few handbags for people that we care about this year, I love a handbag under the tree. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's one of those things that, again, like I was saying about Carrie, you get a lot of use out of, you enjoy, love, and it's a wonderful gift. Am I right or am I right, girlies? Hello, dumpling. Got a little galloping sausage there. The other one that I would say that is a really great one for the homemakers in the world, and whilst I love a lot of homemaking and I love making a house a home, cooking has always been something that is not second nature to me, but it's something that I enjoy. Getting a Thermomix was a really wonderful addition to my kitchen, and I've learned so much because of it. I've learned so much about baking. I found things that I really enjoy making, and whilst it is a very expensive present. You okay, my love? Do you want to go for a wee? You do? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, Sparky. Sorry, Barkley has been outside and wants his dinner, and I cannot bear to see him begging me for food. It breaks my heart, so I'm going to give him some food. Porty will be here soon. Calm down, my love. Please look at this dog. Dobby, what is wrong with your ears? Tell me what is wrong with your ears. Where have they gone? What have you done with them? Do you want some food? You do? You do want some food? Oh, there we go. Ears are restored to factory settings. Food? And the ears are broken again. Magic. Nobody loves food more than Barky. So, as I was saying, the Thermomix is a very, very bougie present, but it's one of those presents that, honestly, like, I pay for my subscription to Cookie Do. I use it all the time, and it's just such a great utensil for the homemaker, I would say, if you like baking, if you like batch cooking. I think I saw today that there is a limoncello recipe on there, and I obviously have a lot of lemons going on, so I think that's something that I will be test driving very soon. And then once I've fed these boys, I will carry on with the gift guide. Here you go, Barky. Good boys. Now, one of the things that we are trying to do this year, what we wanted to do was we wanted to do a hamper of locally produced produce and send that out to our clients, because we often send to our higher paying clients every Christmas gifts, because obviously we are so grateful that they choose to work with us, and if we can support local businesses when doing that, that's like a double whammy. However, that proved very, very difficult, and most places couldn't do the send out, couldn't do the packaging, that kind of thing. But what we did find, and I think it'll be in the wine fridge, and I say that as a royal we because it was actually Carrie who found this. So we have a vineyard in the next village, and they have their own English quality sparkling wine, and this is an award winner in 2021. It won gold. I've not tried it yet, but Miss Grayson tells me it is really, really lovely. So I'm going to be trying that this week. We're going to try it when we go down to London. I will report back, but I think wherever you are, finding local businesses, this is literally the next village, that you can help with your gift giving. Maybe it's someone that you don't really know that well and you don't know what to get them, and there's a vineyard in your village, perfect. Or if you know someone loves cheeses and you can find a really lovely cheese locally, amazing. Do that. I think that's really good. You can't do it all the time, and I'm certainly not sat here preaching like I do that all the time. I don't. But where I can, I do, and that's my attitude. It's a really great attitude, actually. Where I can, I do, but I don't make myself feel guilty if I can't. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And I've got a few bits and pieces upstairs that I just wanted to show you quickly before Ali gets home. He has been in Cheltenham with the Holland Cooper team, working and scurrying away on their menswear tailoring and some content. and he'll be coming back with Alfie, who he works with. But speaking of Holland Cooper, in my opinion, a Holland Cooper blazer is such a lovely touch at Christmas time. And oh, I didn't realise I've got the trousers on there as well. This red one, I think I might try and wear this when we go to London, you know. This is such a glorious blazer, and it's one of those pieces that you can wear over dresses, you can wear it over knitwear and jeans, and it's such a style statement, but such an exquisite piece. Like, look at this over cashmere. I just love it. And the women's wear tailoring is just so beautiful. But this over like a black velvet dress at this time of year would work really well. And of course, the black watch. You have no idea how long I have waited for this blazer to be in my collection. I absolutely love it. This one, I would say, is almost like a bit less festive than the red. And this works so well. And the thing that I love as well is that Ali has a black watch suit too. So if we want to do something where we match, we absolutely can. And I love it. The shoulders, the structure, everything about it. This makes a really special gift under the tree. If you know someone loves beautiful British tailoring and loves Holland Cooper, loves country attire, but with that modern twist that Holland Cooper has, this is a beautiful piece that I think that they will get so much wear out of. And I find the blazers are really good because they can be worn in the transitional months as well. Great for like an extra layer under an overcoat, or as it starts to cool off over a dress, that kind of thing. Wanted to show you that. And then these boots arrived, in fact 2 pairs of boots. Oh my gosh. So, I don't know if I've shown you these yet. I haven't brought myself to wear them, but chocolate boots are my thing right now. This is one of the newest designs from Fairfax and Favour. And in the light there, can you see these are chocolate brown with like a dark chocolate suede band to the top and dark chocolate laces, that they are shearling lined. Can you see in there? Shearling lined. What an absolute cozy fest. And this colour with like ivories and things like that is just glorious. But these are really great functional boots, and the thing that I love the most is that they have zips, so you don't have to undo all those laces. Oh, the joy. But these are exquisite. I don't even know what style these are. Oh, but these are a new one for me. I love how beautiful and tapered they are at the ankle. I think it's only in their Reginas, but these are exquisite. And my new bag may very well be a chocolate bag, so I may get a lot more wear out of these as well, because these are stunning. Look at the leather, the shine. Oh, so glorious. And I think you can never go wrong with a good pair of boots at Christmas time for your loved ones. Now, obviously, if you want me to do a men's gift guide, please let me know, because I've got some good bits and pieces for them as well. Another great one that we did last year for so many people was our Soho Farmhouse dressing gowns. People talk about them to us all the time. They are literally like, thank you so much for that dressing gown. It was like, I wear it every single day and I enjoy it so much. That's what I mean. Like, gifts that keep on giving are the key at Christmas time. Obviously, you don't need to do gifts if you don't want to, but that's what we kind of look for, is things that you're going to get a lot of use out of and love wearing or using or whatever. And boots are a good pair of beautiful quality boots from a brand like Fairfax and Favour. Oh, so, so good. And these are 2 new styles that I have in my wardrobe that I haven't actually even got to wear yet. I'm wondering if these will go, because I find that a lot of their mahogany bits and pieces go, yeah, see, these go really nicely with my Rouge H as well. I do love that, very much so. So now I need to wrap up Miss Grayson's gift for her birthday. Ali actually chose Carrie's card this year, and when I tell you, he keeps bringing it out and going, look at this card, and just giggling. It makes me laugh so much how much he enjoys this card. I have to find where he's put it now. I might have to wait until he gets back, you know. What are you doing by the pile of gifts, my love? None of these are for you. As you know, Barclay loves food and Porty loves Christmas. Nobody loves Christmas more than Porty. Isn't that right, my love? So, I'm not opening her bag yet, but I do want to check it over before I wrap it, and I might put it in a smaller... No, my love, no. So as you know, Carrie has some very, very lovely Christmas trees, but she also has what we affectionately refer to as the Christmas tree, decoration tree. And it is famous for the Christmas narwhal, the hula Santa, the ABBA boot, the Christmas broccoli. There are so many iconic decorations on that tree that I thought I would add to it with some things that I know that she will absolutely love. So I thought I'd show you. And what else would you want on your Christmas tree than a festive... By the way, if you've got children watching, you might not want to show them this one because it's, like I said, our humour is in the gutter. If you don't find toilet humour funny, then you're not going to enjoy this. So please just skip this part. But I got her a pig in a blanket. But as you can see, this is a different kind of pig in a blanket. It's not for you. It's for Carrie, as you can see. That is a foreskin wrapped in a bit of bacon, and it feels horrific. I wasn't expecting it to actually like feel like this. I got it off of Etsy, but I thought, well, she wants to have a Christmas tree like this, therefore how low do we go? And you can't have some Christmas decorations in bad taste and not others. This absolutely has to go on her tree now. And when her parents ask, why is there a foreskin wrapped in bacon on your Christmas tree? I would like to say that I'd like her to say that she is committed to the terrible Christmas decoration life, and this is what it entails. And the other one, it was the first bauble that I came across when I typed in Christmas decorations. I have no other word for it because nothing else sums them up beautifully. These are not for you, my sausage dogs of dreams. Stop it. It's just snapping turtles. This was the first one, and I thought, you know what? If ever you should have a bauble on your tree, it should be this one. So I'm glad to make this happen for you, Caroline Grayson. Your favourite word. I might get one of these for Lily as well. Your favourite word on a bauble, moist. I hope you love it. I hope you love it. So we're going to wrap those up now with love. Aren't we, boys? With love. A festive Christmas foreskin and a Christmas moist bauble. I've got some lovely pheasant wrapping paper here. And now we are going to, we're going to check on the bag. Make sure all is in working order. Look at the state of these dogs. Just to show you the bag that we went for. This is the LOUB puzzle bag. And this is the small size in green. A lovely vibrant green for Carrie. We got that from Harrods. And I'm gonna wrap it up for her and hope that she loves it. I'm quite shocked by the LOUB dust bags, I have to be honest. I've never bought a LOUB bag before, and I would have thought it would be a little bit more bougie than that. Right, ready to wrap. So I always think sealing up the box itself is helpful when wrapping, because you don't want it to spring open, so as it's doing anyway. because I'm using 2 bits, I'm going to fold the ends just so it looks a little bit more finished. This has not gone as well as I had hoped. Sometimes it takes a little bit of folding. Gosh, it took a bit of time, didn't it? Et voila, there is one gift done. I'm going to do a little bit of ribbon on here as well, I think. Got a bit of burgundy velvet. And so to do a ribbon, I always turn the box upside down to... Do I turn it upside down? No. I keep it the right way up, and I like it a little bit off center, like so. So I put the first ribbon over the top. I then flip it over. Take the ribbon over to the cut end of the ribbon, and I do a little bit of a twist, like so. Create a nice tight area, and then turn it back up into the right way, which is fantastic when you've got the world's worst sellotape. It looks like we've got a good amount. Should we do it? And I always like to cut my bows on a slant. And what I will also do is add a garnish of sorts. I'll always add a little sprig of something to sit in the bow, because I just think it finishes it off nicely. And there we have it, Miss Caroline Grayson's birthday presents. I've realised what I'm going to tell her. This one is from me, and this one is from Porter and Barclay, because they obviously wanted to get Auntie Carrie something, but they are absolute fiends. Wow, look at that. What a glorious morning. Well, good morning, everyone. We have a very beautiful view this morning, with pinks and blues and greens, and then some little purple turnips. We are on our morning dog walk, and seeing this stream like this is honestly the gift that keeps on giving. It's so dry in the summer, and obviously I know that it means that the fields are very wet, but it is just, the view of this is so magical. There's this tiny little stream. I love this little makeshift bridge that it's got here. It's just glorious. And it goes all the way under here. Oh. We have Ali's friend Alfie here this morning. He stayed the night last night and the night before, and he has joined us on our dog walk, which is lovely to get to show someone the gloriousness of all this. I like the colour of your trousers, Alfie. I like the colour of your trousers. Very nice. Nice and burgundy. Sheepy bars. Christmas in the countryside is blaring in the house today. I'm about to head over to Carrie's to give her her birthday presents, and I had to show you her birthday card. Ali has had this card in his possession for months. He was so proud when he found it. It basically says hands, hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline, da da da. Obviously, sweet Caroline, her name is Caroline. He's had this for a while. He has been most smug with himself that this was the card that he managed to find. In fact, a few weeks ago I was searching for cards. He was like, I've got a card for Carrie, you can't buy her one. So he's been chuffed with himself, showing everyone that he got this card for her. So I'm gonna write it for her now, then I'm gonna take the stuff over and enjoy the afternoon with my friend, but we are going to London tomorrow to celebrate. Santa's sleigh is loaded up and ready to head to Miss Grayson's. I'm going to go and see her on her birthday, which honestly I don't think happens very often because it's such a busy time of year, but we have carved out time to ensure that we are having good friend time, and I can't wait for her to open her presents. So driving this car makes me so happy, but only happy on short trips. This will one day be my very bougie yard car. It's too far for me to drive in this particular car at the moment. Where are my keys? There we go. Yeah, this will be my very bougie yard car one day, which I'm very excited about, just purely because it's quite a difficult car to drive on long journeys. You wouldn't necessarily want to. I know we have friends that did the what's it called? The Scottish road trip that we did in a Defender. I couldn't do that, personally. I like my comforts too much. But one day, it will be my yard car, and I will thoroughly enjoy driving it, and not too far distance to the stables, being able to load it up. I'm gonna get a saddle like stand for the back of the car, that kind of thing. I love this car so much, but it doesn't get driven as much as it should because of the types of journeys that we do. And that's the end of this chat. So anyway, onwards to Carrie's house, and I will see you when we get there. Strange. I don't know why there's blue lines over the screen, but I love this. Carrie's got this sign above her front door that basically says, well, you can read it for yourself, dramatic exit. But I thought I'd show you a little bit of Christmas in Carrie's house, because you've not been here for a while or seen much of it for a while. I do feel like I have to show this room because and I know the chair's in the wrong place. Can I? Oh yeah. Hold on. So this, yeah. The chairs, I haven't moved my chair yet. Yeah, there's a lovely chair that's just right there, but the room itself, this used to be a single height room, and it's now a really gorgeous double height. I think it's the light in your house that's making the lines on the screen of my camera. Maybe. Either that or I've dropped it. But this is Carrie's other tree. This is the peacock tree. This is the peacock tree. Some natural peacock feathers. Lovely. And a peacock on the top as well. A traditional Christmas peacock. Why not? It's very, very lovely. And then gallery wall. Very lovely. I personally like the bottoms in the sardines. Yeah, me too. I like it. This one's my favourite. You can't even see it. This is an artist called Burnborn. Yeah. And I love him because he paints actual seaside bits, but he only paints the sections that then become rude words. So he's got that's amusements. Yeah. On a seaside, so it says amusements, and then he's got another one where he's gone across where it's amusements, and then he's cut off the U and gone across one more letter, so it says seaman. I like this one. That's Conan Doyle. That's the same artist as this. Ah, little. So I commissioned that one. Very cute. Very nice. And then we come through here. Oh, Moo, you're just like Porty. Honestly, I feel like we cloned our dogs, but in like different breeds. Yeah, 100%. Like this is, look at you, your eyelashes, you're so beautiful. I need a haircut. And look at you, you are Barky. You are baby Barky. Exactly the same temperament, you are best friends. Oh, the bookcase looks lovely. Have you not seen that? No. No, I haven't seen that, it's lovely. And then this is the traditional tree. But Callum decorated. Yes, and that is what I believe. Oh, this view is beautiful, look at that. Oh. What a gorgeous, this is gorgeous, Carrie. This is so nice. Wow. Yeah, this is gorgeous. But this is what you call, what's the word I'm thinking of? I call that my Nordic tree. No. Compromise. Because Carrie obviously likes peacock trees and
trees, and the partner likes the slightly more traditional trees, and so they've met in the middle with the Nordic tree. And I think this looks very lovely in here. Very, very lovely. Gorge. And then through into the kitchen.
Ignore the dinner.
Who have you got coming over?
Family.
Oh, lovely. And then this is Carrie's tree. Now, what's new? I got you the veggie bowl, didn't I?
Oh, there's quite a lot new this year.
Yeah.
We've got, this is new.
Lovely. Oh, the festive giraffe. Or giraffe.
This is new from Muslim.
Yes, that's not actually a shit decoration though. I think that's quite
The
nice.
snail's new.
Yeah.
I don't think you've seen this one. That was
No,
new
I've
last
definitely not
year.
seen that.
We got these in Mexico.
Lovely.
Got a few more dinosaurs have been added as well. Did you see the pig?
No, I've definitely not seen the festive pig. The cheese, I like the cheese.
Next to the carrot.
We got you the carrot, didn't we?
Did you?
I think so.
Maybe.
I think we got you the carrot. What's this?
Bottle of bourbon.
Oh, bourbon.
Got festive Brussels sprout.
Yeah. Lovely. Right, time to open your presents, I think. This is the gorgeous orangery at Carrie's house, and sat, taking pride of place, is a patchwork quilt that my grandma made for her. She even put her name on it somewhere. And yeah, this is basically what my grandma always did growing up. She would take offcuts of really lovely Liberty fabrics and bits and pieces like that, and she turns them into the most, there we go, got Carrie on there, the most fantastic and colourful, she really understood Carrie's taste, patchwork quilt. I love that it's got pride of place in here. Lovely. Now Carrie's going to open her presents. So this one is from Porty, Barkley and Lumi and the chickens.
Okay.
And then obviously this one is from me. And then the card.
I like to surprise.
Yeah. Oh! Carrie says the card wins, basically.
That is genius.
He has sat on this card for months, Carrie. I don't think you realise.
Keith, this may be the best thing you've ever got me.
Yeah.
13 or so years I've known you. This is probably the best
I
thing.
wish you'd been there and been able to see it when he came home with it. I have never seen someone as proud as Punch as him.
Oh my god, that is the best. That needs a frame.
Yeah, that could go on the gallery wall.
Why not? Oh, why not wine? Oh, cheers.
Why not? Cheers.
I love birthdays.
Yeah, I love birthdays.
How long can I make this one last?
You got your ball. You got your ball. Yeah, so this one is from all of the fluffies.
All the fluffies. Fluffies and featheries.
I obviously had nothing to do with it, so whatever they picked is nothing to do with me, okay? I think they're going to be good additions to your tree.
Shut up. Pigs in blankets. They look like penises.
That's what it is. It's a penis wrapped in bacon.
That's horrific.
Touch it. It's even worse when you touch it.
You've touched it?
Yeah, look, touch the end of it. Touch the end of it.
I don't know if I want to do that. It looks like it's got pubes, or is that just a...
No, I think it's just got hair on it.
Worst thing I've ever seen.
I actually was.
Oh,
Yeah.
no! Even when I was watching your Foggy Morning.
They have to go on the tree.
But Lily summed it up. It's
Yeah. Moi. It's not that.
The words didn't go that way.
Yeah.
Oh, they are horrendous, but I love them.
They have to go on the
They
tree.
will go on the tree. Would
Good.
you like to put them on the tree?
No. You have to do the honours. They are your.
I mean, they are fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome. I thought
I
that.
mean, that is so wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think I had a limit when I came to that tree. Turns out the limit does exist.
Yeah. Honestly, I just type in Christmas decorations now, and it is my favourite way to shop. That is my favourite thing to shop for.
But the thing is, everyone who sees the tree, it makes them laugh.
Yeah.
And you sit there, it's just happy. I did love your singing this morning as well, by the way.
Yeah. It's going to match your coat, isn't it?
It's going to match my coat, it's going to match everything I've got that's green. And then I've got goosebumps.
Can you imagine if it was the wrong one? Very nicely made, isn't it? Yeah, that's such a nice colour.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
And I thought that it doesn't have the piping around the edge of it, so the piping can't split like your Gucci one.
And it's big enough to hold all your crap to.
Yes, perfect. And what's her name?
Evie Green.
I chose the name.
Obviously. Now we got Veronica and Evie Green.
Evie Green.
Oh,
I think she looks like an Evie Green.
she's coming with us tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, is she? What are you wearing tomorrow?
I don't know, maybe my Steve Goya dress.
If you're wondering why that dress is there, that's because Carrie is deciding whether she's going to wear Piggy in a blanket. She's deciding whether she's going to wear this tomorrow or something else. However, that is enough of Carrie Grayson's birthday for today anyway. So I am going to cut to the Porsche Women in Business event so that you can go and like get a feel and watch things through. And I just thought it was one of those situations where I felt really inspired, and so I really wanted to take you on that journey with me. So cut to the Porsche at Soho Farmhouse Women in Business event. Now, morning, I look a little bit nuts. I've got this weird clip in my hair just holding my fringe back because I've got Alex here in the carnage of the dressing room. Oh my gosh, she walked in, I was like, listen, it's Black Friday. It's nuts. Don't talk to me. But she's doing my makeup for today's event. I'm heading to Soho Farmhouse for the night with Porsche. And it's kind of like a women in business type event. There's going to be a lot of networking. We're going to be doing Pilates, there's dinners, there's drinks. So I wanted to get my makeup done really nicely. I actually wanted to take Alex with me so that she could do my makeup for me tomorrow, but someone's got plans, so how dare she have a life. But she's going to do my makeup nice and chocolatey and brown for me because my outfit for the evening I think is going to be like a little chocolate brown slinky number. I'll show you it later though. But lots of my favourite people are going to be there, and also some that I'm probably going to fangirl over massively, so we're going to try and keep it together. But as you know, the YouTube side of things will see me not keeping it together. Okay, let's go.
I actually really like that nutritionist.
Emily.
Emily.
Oh, she's so gorgeous as well. She's like human sunshine.
Yeah. I follow her.
Yeah, she's amazing. And her recipes are so good. Which obviously, yeah, that makes sense. If you didn't know, Emily's book is called So Good. That's why that's funny. But yeah, she recently released her book.
Oh yeah, I didn't get that.
Oh my God. But she recently released her book through the same publishing house that Evergreen was published in as well. So I'll link it down below. But honestly, her recipes are incredible. And they're actually like, you actually have the ability to do them even when you're someone like me. Anyway, you carry on.
You know that video you sent into group chat?
Mm-hmm.
Who did your makeup then?
Me.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you clever little sausage. You look really good.
Thanks.
Can you smell this?
Thank you. It's my body cream from Beauty Pie. Yeah, I feel like it needs to be darker chocolate.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like the line.
No, we're gonna. No, we haven't finished it. Oh my goodness. Why are you like this? I'm taking that mirror away.
I have to communicate things I don't like.
I'm going to save you in my phone as do not answer. That's what I'm going to do.
I think that's a very bad idea. Yeah.
Can you just wait?
Yeah.
Just
no,
wait.
I like this now.
I know you do. Can you just wait?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm very impatient.
Yeah.
First day of my period as well, so I'm extra.
Great.
I'm extra
I
bad.
should not have come today.
Do you know, I've realised that you know that I can't be offended.
Yeah.
The only thing that offends me is when people say I'm joking. That offends me.
Why?
Because you think I can't take a joke.
Gosh. Send help.
Help. Who was it? Gemma said it to me the other day. She's like, I'm only joking. I'm like, Gemma, I'm so offended by the fact that you think I can't take a joke. I'm not offended by what you've said. Don't worry, but I've got an hour until I have to leave and I'm not packed or dressed.
That's a you problem. I turned up on time. I like reading.
Yeah. I love it. That is literally a me response. But there is nothing that I can say back to that. I'm going to stop recommending books to my friends. I don't like them being free thinkers. I changed my mind.
Start taking responsibility.
Okay.
You're
on a one-way ticket to throw out of my house, Bill. No, that's better.
You had yesterday's pack?
No, I didn't.
Could have woken up earlier.
I was up at 5.
Could have got up at 4.
Did you get up at 4?
I think I checked my alarm at 4.
Not the same thing. No, I am very much chasing sleep at the moment, hence why I haven't worked out this entire week, because I'm
just kidding with you.
No.
Sorry, no, it's offensive.
That is offensive. I'm offended. Makeup is done and Alex has done a fantastic job. Oh my gosh, this is like my dream soft glam eye, and then she's just so good with bronzer. Like, she just literally glows up my whole face. She's so good. This makeup is going to be going into nighttime as well, because we arrive, we then have welcome drinks, we have a bit of a conference when we're there, and then we are getting ready for dinner. So I thought I would show you my outfit to head there. I've stolen one of my husband's blazers. This is from House of Brewer, and I have popped it with a lily silk and cashmere roll neck, Goelia shorts that I took out of storage because they were up in the loft, and these are my Charlbury boots with some leg warmers that I'm going to wear for Pilates tomorrow, but just I think it connects the ivory with the boots a little bit better. And then yeah, this is from House of Brewer, and Ali always said that I could borrow this if I wanted to. I love it because it's got so many of my favourite tones in there, and it's still a really typical country fabric, which for me feels very apt. I'm also going to take an overcoat, obviously, because it is winter, and this is one of the double-breasted coats from Holland Cooper. This is the black one, and I feel like, should I get cold or should I need an extra layer, this is a really great, smart option. So that is the outfit to head to Farmhouse. Anyway, love my makeup, love my hair. Hair came out perfectly today, so very, very happy with that. So I can close up my suitcase and load up the car. Well, as you know, this is one of my favourite areas of the Cotswolds, and I always show you it in different situations, and we are currently in a flood. Oh my goodness me. This is the worst I've seen it flooded. And this house on the corner is one of my favourites, and it's like a mill, like a water mill, so I wonder how it's doing in this, because the water gets so high around it, engulfs its whole back garden. I have just arrived and I literally feel like Cameron Diaz in The Holiday. I walked in and I put my coat into the cupboard and I pushed it in the same way. Oh, honestly, I love it. But I've just been driven to my piglet. I've never been in the piglets before. I've never even seen what they're like. So I love this so much. This is definitely like my sort of vibe in here. The only thing I would say is it doesn't have a fireplace. So if when you're coming to Farmhouse, you want like that real cozy vibe, it is the cabins that have the fireplaces, and I think the huts as well. But the piglets, like my view is just, it's just uninterrupted. There's no one else there. It's just me in my little piglet hut being a little pig. But the good thing is I thought I was late, and I'm not at all, because it was arrival from 3 and welcome drinks are at 4:30, so all good, nothing to worry about. I can chill, I can eat the cookies and enjoy the snacks that are in the room. Oh, sleep patches. But I'll give you a little bit of a tour. So you come in to the piglets through these doors, and this is my view over the area where they are obviously planting trees to provide shelter and things like that. You obviously get a bike, a little terrace to sit out at, and this is the setup. Gorgeous big bed. That is a Super King, which I'm very happy about to have that to myself this evening. I'm popping some clothes in the cupboard at the end, but there is also the cupboard here. In fact, this might be better for my coats rather than the other one. You get so much stuff on offer here. It's amazing. You can have an old-fashioned, house Negroni. There's lots of different gins, the Botanist, Cotswold Distillery. Oh my goodness, who remembers when Ali and I first went to the Cotswold Distillery? It was such a treat. We could have spent the entire trip chatting to the owners and testing and trying his own personal whiskey supply, because honestly, he was incredible. And their gin and their whiskey is here as well. You've got tea and coffee in here, and you also get the biscuits, which the biscuits in here are legendary. Where are they? They've got to be in one of these. They must be. The cookies at Farmhouse are, incredible. Probably in the minibar. What do we have? Lots of different bits and pieces. We've got some olives, lemons, limes for anything you might want to make. There is milk from the estate dairy. There is Red Bull. There is Lady A. There is so many different mixers. House press. This will be like a sort of, turmeric. Nice. And then in the snack drawer of dreams, we have Smarties, we have chips, we have crisps. We have fudge, we have a Mars, and we have a Kit Kat. What a treat. And then we have the sort of bath and shower area. So this is a beautiful big shower. Lots of cowshed products. I love using all of these when I'm here. You've got the Soho Skin, more cowshed. Gorgeous little setup here as well for touching up makeup and bits and pieces like that. And then the little lavatory, which is very self-explanatory. And that rhymes. Now, where can I pop you for a little chat? Okay, so first things first, why am I here? So this is basically the Porsche retreat with Soho House and Soho Farmhouse, basically centered around women in business. And it's an opportunity for us to network, get to know each other, discuss, that kind of thing, and have thought-provoking conversations. This felt very much like something that I would want to be a part of in terms of car brands partnering with creators, because this was cultivating a lot of conversation around women in business. It was bringing women in business together with the opportunity to test drive and experience the new electric Porsche. And again, I'm always saying this just from how I do my business, but like there are certain times in the industry where I question the value on what we're doing, and this feels very inspiring. It feels very empowering and feels like the type of room that I would want to be in, and I know that I would aspire to be in if I wasn't in this position. I also wanted to be here for the potential networking opportunities as well, because if you don't know, I do a lot of investing, a lot of angel investing, and some of the businesses that are here I am already invested in. However, there are also businesses that are going to be here that I would like to be invested in. And so, again, really wonderful conversations and opportunities to speak to people, get to know people, chat, all of those kinds of things. And I just think it's going to be such an incredible opportunity. So whatever I can show you, I will. But for the most part, I want to soak it all up and hopefully share as much as possible, at least afterwards, about what I've learned, that kind of thing. So yeah, thanks for joining me here. I'm so excited. Just walking over to the glass house for welcome drinks, and look how cute everything looks, all lit up, all of the little piggies. Oh dear.
Thank you all for coming. It's wonderful to be talking to women exclusively. I do it all the time if I could. I've got a group of phenomenal women here today, and we're going to be covering topics from creativity, breaking down barriers, through to resilience and the sisterhood, and hopefully things that will, I hope, resonate with all of you running your various businesses, even if we might be coming at them from different perspectives or industries. So, we'll start with Emma Raducanu, youngest Brit to win a Grand Slam title, youngest women's slam champ since Maria Sharapova, the only woman to win a US Open without dropping a set since Serena Williams, from which we can deduce that she is actually AI. Or at least superhuman. Fasma, I've not written them in order, sorry Mia. I'm not the order scared, so you're on here, I promise. I should be here. Fasma Khalifa, a lovely friend of mine, and someone who I also worked with when I was at Elle magazine. A filmmaker, director, founder of production company Zola Studios, an incredible storyteller with a special commitment to finding the beautiful ways of telling thought-provoking stories about the underrepresented. As a case in point, her incredibly celebrated documentary for the BBC, Inside the Real Saudi Arabia. I just wanted to make sure I got the title right for the butchering it. Jill Scott, MBE, and don't you forget it. Former England Lioness. Not just that, great British Olympian for both London and Tokyo Games. FIFA once called her one of England's most outstanding players, of course. But if that hasn't whet appetite, she was the one unslept, so we're not This is Queen of the Jungle. Abby Eaton, racing driver whose career I have followed for years. Sorry, back up. She's raced pretty much everything from saloon cars, Rallycross GT, F3, you name it. Two-time British champion for both the Mazda Super Cup and also British Touring Class B. So the other right? Yeah, good. A test driver for several seasons of Amazon Prime's The Grand Tour, which means precisely two things. One, she's a significantly better driver than Jeremy Clarkson. And two, had Top Gear continued in its original format, she would have been a stick. You've won. And then Mia Baker, sorry, last but definitely 100% not least, the happiest golfer on YouTube.
Someone else said that, not me.
An athlete who wanted to take up a new sport, and one that wasn't super duper welcoming of women, who documented the whole process as part of changing the narrative. But more than that, she's now a presenter, a podcaster, and now an author of children's literature, which is something we'll come back to in a little bit. So, a phenomenal group of women, a bit of a spread of disciplines, we're mostly sport and media. But I think we've all got one fairly big thing in common, which is we work mostly on our own in industry that has been, or industries that have been historically, traditionally very male dominant or otherwise unrepresentative. And that obviously comes with challenges, hurdles, things to break through. But I think one of the things that's best about this entire panel is the commitment to making sure that for the next generation of women it isn't quite as tough.
Yeah, I think for me, obviously, playing football, it was kind of a dream that didn't really exist. So I always say that I never really set long-term goals. When we used to sit down with the team, we'd be like, we want to win the Euros, we want to win the World Cup, we want to do this. And I was very kind of reserved in setting long-term goals. And I do think it goes back to being a young girl, and my goal, my dream didn't exist. So I totally agree with Emma that it was just working hard every single day. I kind of had this little saying where I was like, if you can look in the mirror at the end of the day and think I've done everything I can to be better today than I was yesterday, and that was kind of just my motto. So I think for us in our sport, it was definitely trying to create a path for the next generation, and hopefully that's what we've done. And now the fact that young girls, I'm not saying every young girl has to go and play football, but the fact that they've got it as an option when they may not have maybe 30, 40 years ago. I think that's kind of been one of the most pleasing things about winning the Euros and kind of bringing some success to England in terms of football. So yeah, I think just work hard every single day, and you might not get it tomorrow, you might not get it next week. For me, I played for England 161 times before getting that success. So it was a long journey without any success, but yeah, when we got there, it meant a lot.
I think you know, this kind of narrative that has been portrayed for many years, that kind of motorsports and driving and cars is kind of all about men, and it's all kind of directed to men. I think, you know, companies such as Porsche, you know, there's a lot more now effort to try and address the balance. And you know, certainly when I started racing 22 years ago now, I could probably count on one hand the amount of the females that were competing in the UK. So not even just on a race weekend, that was kind of in the entire of the UK. And you know, I've been brought up to, you know, a tough northern lass. I've had a dad that's, you know, if you want to do something, then get off your backside and go and do it. I've got kind of quite a thick skin, and I'm quite motivated and determined that if it's something I want to do, no one's going to step in the way and get in the way of that. And I think that's really helped me kind of through my career. And I think naturally with motorsport, probably any sport, if you don't have the results to kind of back you, then I think you kind of have to earn people's respect a little bit. And I was lucky that I was quite good at driving in circles, and I got the good results, and I got people's kind of respect early on. So through my career, I haven't really kind of endured any. There probably has been times, like we said about the driver coach situation, where people still kind of second guess you, or if there's me or there's a male as a driver coach, they'll naturally want to go to the guy. And unfortunately, I would probably do the same. And you know, I think through my career as it's gone on, I've realised actually that women are just better at coaching, full stop. They say it in a lot more kind of, you can digest the terms a lot easier. And I think from my point of view, when I've had guys, basically as it sometimes happens with driver coaching, you'll be in a lineup and there'll be me and maybe 4 or 5 other guys, and there'll be a queue of people coming up that will be given to you as a driver coach. And you can see the guys at the back and they're like, 1, 2, 3, okay, so if I'm 4th in the line, I'm going to go with the girl. And you can see them like looking at the floor, like, just going to, you know, do something over here. And luckily the people that dish out the drivers, they spot this and they make sure that they give that person to me. And you can see to start off with they're real standoffish and they're a little bit kind of like, you know, moody and yeah, alright, okay, what we're going to do. And I just think if I'm that person that can change their perception, then like bring it on, I'll take that challenge. And 9 times out of 10, they will always, afterwards, they'll go, do you know what, you were actually amazing. Oh, really? That's funny that, isn't it? Yeah, wow. So, you know, if I can go home thinking, actually, I've changed that guy's mind, and he's going to go to the pub, and he's going to chat to his friends and say, do you know what, like, I had a bird coach me today, and she was mega. And if I'm that person to do that, then I'll take that mantle, and you know, I'm all for it. And you know, as it's gone on, there are less and less stories like that now, and actually, you know, looking being on the television and stuff, people want to go with me, and they actively will pick me out over the lads. So
I actually only started golf like 4.5 years ago. I'm not an athlete like any of these other people around me, but when I went to start playing, I don't know if any of you play, it's like the hardest sport in the world. But I couldn't find anything for women, so I went to a lot of pro shops. I didn't stock anything for women. This is the back end of 2019. And then I went to one of the UK's biggest golf retailers, and they'd pulled all of women's and all of juniors from all their stores across the country, which to me in the 21st century is a bit wild that there's a physical barrier to starting a new sport. So I ended up getting in touch with the CEO of the company. I had a few meetings with him, and I actually think when it comes to men, it's a lot about making them think differently. I don't think they purposely set out to go against women, but they just don't think about it because obviously they're a man. So, like during the conversation, I said to him, "Do you pick your wife's clothes in the morning?" And he goes, "Absolutely not." Like, I remember bearing in mind he's like an old 6-year-old man, like that. He was like, "No, absolutely not." And I'm like, "Well, are all your buyers men or women?" He was like, "They're men." So I was like, "So you're trying to buy clothes for women, but they're all men. So then no people wanted to buy them. So then you have to pull all women's clothing because no one liked them." So it's like little changes like that I think are really important. It's the whole education piece, and then influencing the people in all these different spheres. Okay, if we have a female input here working internally, how can we change what we're doing and market more towards women and kind of help that narrative kind of lead on? And that's kind of what I set out to do. I never intended to do what I do now, which is I make golf videos, which seems really naff. But like, I'm a maths grad and I was going to work at, well, I was going to be an actuary, which is basically financials, which is really boring and really uncool. But that for me was what I really wanted to do. But then I kind of found this other avenue where I felt like I could help more girls, because I personally wasn't able to become a professional athlete, because it was like, do you want to pay your rent or do you not? And my mum, she's Asian, so it was like, well, obviously you're going to have to go and do maths. So I was like, okay, mum, of course. And that's kind of how it happened. But I think if I could change that and like give more opportunities to young women coming through and make them like decide, okay, maybe I love this sport, maybe I don't love this sport, that for me is a huge win. Because I believe that like the best female footballer, tennis player, driver, maybe never played the sport before, and I think that's really important, and we need to somehow help all of those girls coming up.
I think the times that people were saying stuff, and I hadn't even put the microphone to my mouth, like I hadn't even made a comment, and it was like, why is there a female commenting on the men's game? But it's almost like people say, if you haven't done it, you can't do it. But I played football, I know all the formations, I played for England. Fortunately enough, I played in 10 tournaments, so I do believe that I do know a little bit about football. And I think I turned around and say, well, there's male midwives that never given birth, but I'm sure they know what they're doing when delivering a baby. It doesn't mean just because you haven't specifically done a man's sport that you can't talk about it. So it's just about, as you say, trying to break down barriers. I always say, there might be a young girl watching you on TV and they might not like doing football, but think, you know what, I want to do that when I'm older. And I say it all the time, I would take all the stick off these strangers just to enable a young girl to dream about doing a job. So I think as females we'll have to visibly put ourselves into these kind of spaces to enable young girls to dream about doing them jobs. And yeah, I think somebody touched on it before. At the end of the day, these people on social media are strangers and they're probably sitting in the computer room, probably got no mates or anything like that. And I'm like, are you really going to let that one person affect your day? And the answer's always no. So.
When it comes to women in filmmaking, there's very few of us.
Yeah.
And actually, surprisingly, my sisterhood is outside of filmmaking. I have an incredible group of friends who are business owners actually, and who can guide me from the business side of things and be like, we thought about this, we thought about that. Who are incredible and will hold it down, but when it comes to advice in the filmmaking sphere, I have to rely on men. I have 2 or 3 men that I can go to for anything and be like, I don't know how to use this camera, I don't know what lens I need, I don't know how this works. I just finished filming a feature-length documentary and I learned how to do it on YouTube. I went to the University of YouTube and taught myself. And then, love YouTube, and then I went to a few men I had and was like, how do I do this? What do I mean? How do I kit up or whatever else? So sisterhood has been through the business side because there's a lot more women in business. But when it comes to filmmaking, unfortunately, there's not a lot of women.
I don't think you should hide the fact that you're confident in what you do. Yeah, I think you need to own your skills, and I know there's certain situations that I get put in and I have really bad imposter syndrome, like I hate it, and you know, I'll say certain things where I'm just lucky, like I've been lucky enough to have results, or I've been lucky enough to do this or have that opportunity, and people will always say to me, no, you haven't been lucky, you've worked really hard, and I find that really difficult to say. So I think it's a really, really hard line to navigate and not be too full of yourself, but equally you do need to sing your praises, because ultimately if you can't talk well about yourself, no one else is going to do that as good as you can.
And that's it. Thank you so much for listening. It's been really brilliant to speak to all these amazing women in front of amazing women. So thank you very much.
Okay, I thought I'd show you my outfit. I'm wearing my little blue light glasses, and I really struggled with knowing what to wear this evening. So I've gone for a chocolate, essentially pyjama 2-piece with a little oxblood crop top underneath. And then I'm wearing a chocolate dressing gown coat. So am I going to bed? Am I going to dinner? who knows? But Rosie Fortescue brought me some of her jewellery as well. This is a tennis necklace from her brand, but it's gold hardware, so it goes perfectly with the outfit as well. And then blue light glasses. I've got chocolate shoes on, and then I'm going oxblood bag. I was going to go ivory bag, but I feel like the red goes really nicely with this look. So we had our talk. It was a super interesting talk for me, because it was like from two industries essentially that like well, three industries actually that I'm like totally separate from. There was like the more journalist side of things, and then there was like the sports side of things, and then it was the filmmaker side of things, and obviously centered around women in business. And what it was super interesting hearing from like such a different experience, because in their industry a lot of it felt like it was like males holding back the female industry, whereas I think in the industries that I work in, you know, it's mainly a female dominated industry, and so it definitely is more on the flip side of that. So maybe women holding women back a little bit more. We don't get off scot-free. I think we're equally at a point where we sort of hold ourselves back sometimes, whether that's in our own confidence, or whether that's through women to women interactions, whether that's online, whether that's in forums. And so it was such a great perspective for me to understand what it's like in other industries when it's maybe more difficult between the genders rather than within the gender. Fascinating to hear the girls. I think Jill Scott was just such a wonderful person to hear speak and hear about her career, and she just seemed so blooming lovely. So yeah, it was really super interesting. So now we're going to go back to the Glass House for drinks and dinner. Just so many gorgeous girls here. Xana is here, Emily English, Rosie Fortescue, Lucy Watson, Binky Felsted, Grace Beverley, Jade Holland Cooper. There's so many people here that I respect and love, and so it's just gonna be super nice to just chat. I said to the girls, I'm like, this is gonna be one of those evenings where you're like in a group of girls that you'd want to have a glass of wine with and just like put the world to rights with. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm also running late because my steamer didn't work, so I had to get a new one, but I'm gonna head there now. I have not vlogged a single thing this evening, but I cannot deal with this. Grace is now driving us back to our rooms. She's got another new slash to add to her bio. Driver at Soho Farmhouse.
I'm so sick of how many strings she has.
I know.
Sorry, you can drive forward. No, that's fine. I need a break from your shift. Where are we heading?
Well, I'm guessing that waking up to frost and pink skies, although it looks very blue to you guys. Hold on. There we go. Waking up to this is probably the closest thing to waking up to snow at Farmhouse, and that is the kettle boiling next to me. But good morning. Oh, that went well. Good morning. I'm just about to head to Barwell Barn for a morning Pilates class. Ignore that, I've got a lozenge. This is my outfit. I'm wearing Tala leggings, Tala top, Tala hoodie, Marcella coat, and a little Amazon leg warmers. I don't know if you can see on the hill up there, but all the horses are coming down for their breakfast. Glorious sunrise over all of the piglets. Currently walking through the kitchen garden, and it's good to see that they've got the only stuff that I've got as well. But it always looks so special in the frost. This is one of the most beautiful kitchen gardens, and prolific. This is where we've been doing our class this morning, and of course I've not filmed anything because there are obviously people here that aren't actually like influencers, and they have businesses and things like that. So for the most part I'll just show you that we had our lovely Porsche yoga mats all laid out here in the Barwell Barn. I've never done a fireside yoga and Pilates before, but it was very nice. Well, the Pilates class was lovely and I am now in my outfit. I'm so glad I bought warm stuff. I'm in my outfit to test drive the new EV Taycan and Macan. We don't know which car we're going to be driving, but I know that we're going to be in pairs. My coat is my Purdy little number because this is just perfect for this weather. I was either going to bring my grandma's coat or this coat, and I felt like this is good for the cold weather. Gloves are essential because it is absolutely freezing out there. It's so lovely and frosty. I'm gonna head and get some breakfast, then we're going to check out. I need to get home fairly quickly because I've got a number of campaigns going up this week and I have to go through all of them and approve them. And then I'm riding this evening. Tonight will be my last. I don't want to get upset, but this is going to be my last time riding Cloud, and I think it's starting to hit me now how much of a bond we've formed in the short space of time. I'm literally kicking myself that I've not been riding her more. I'm so upset, but I can't live with regret. This is just the way that it is. But I'm looking forward to taking her an apple and some polos and saying goodbye. Oh, I'm wearing also my new Tala leggings that were in the room. I love these. Wow, I think these are my new favourites from Tala. Yeah, thought they went with the outfit really nicely. Love that for me.
Oh, look, I matched.
So we're all lined up in our cars and I am in this gorgeous oak green. No, I want you very much in, Natasha. You look fantastic. So I'm going to be passenger princess with Natasha in this gorgeous oak green, and it has this like stunning chocolate brown interior. I am obsessed. So passenger princess, here I go. Wow. Have you driven one of these before?
No, I have not.
Oh my gosh, this is stunning. Wow, this is such a pretty drive. Oh my gosh.
Especially with the like frost.
Yeah, we've lucked out with this weather. Wow, the colours are still beautiful as well. I'm very much enjoying being passenger princess, by the way.
Well, I mean, you'll get custody of the car on the way back.